Todd Locke with Business America. Today we're here to interview Sue Kahumbu, creator of the business Green Dreams Limited and the app iCow. It's really interesting and it helps the dairy industry in Kenya, but I'll let him talk about it more. Why don't you come on down, Sue? Just tell me about yourself, your business, Green Dreams Limited.
Oh, well, as he introduced me, I am Sue Kahumbu. I am an entrepreneur, and I'm the founder of Green Dreams Limited. And what Green Dreams Limited does is it provides information about agriculture to people around the world. And, you know, we're actually the first organic farm in Kenya, so that's a plus. And, you know, what I'm most famous for my app, the iCow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've heard a lot about iCow, and I've done some research. It's really cool what you're doing, but why don't you tell us some more about iCow, since you know more about it than I will.
Yeah, well, iCow is an app I created for the mobile phone, and it pretty much provides information and services for farming. And, you know, things as vigorous as, you know, cow charts to, you know, what's going on in the market.
Mm-hmm.
It just, you know, gets that information out there to farmers to make their farming more productive.
Yeah, information is key.
Right, and it actually was, it was finished founded June 2011.
Okay, so it's been out for a little while. So, more specifically, like, what services does it provide? Like, how does it help the farmers?
iCow actually has a lot of services. It has a lot of services, and some of the, you know, key component ones are like the cost of milk production. You know, as it rises and declines,
Mm-hmm.
you'll find that on the app. You can track the cattle and, you know, find sicknesses and illnesses within the cattle, and, you know, see which ones are healthy and which ones aren't. You also have a lot of healthcare on there, and you can find out where all vets are in that information. And, you know, it has calendars for, you know, fertility of cattle,
Mm-hmm.
which is a plus, you know, because you need to know when cattle are fertile. And, you know, it's just an overall broad app that helps and provides everything for the marketplace of farming.
Yeah, it sounds like he does a lot.
Right.
A lot of stuff. But yeah, so what inspired you to create it? Like, where'd the idea come from?
What inspired me for iCow? Honestly, a lot of things. One of the key things is that, you know, with the upcoming generation, you know, everyone's into, you know, their laptop, their phone, you know, the internet, you know, this and the third. So, you know, I thought it would be pretty efficient because the first farm I created, you know, the reason I was wondering why it was so successful, and the reason is because we had information there.
Yeah,
and information is definitely key.
Yeah.
So, you know, with the information there, you're able to utilize it and, you know, have productive farming.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I wanted to get something going that would productively get farming going and enhance things. And this app definitely does that, you know, with providing that information. You know, you could just be on your mobile phone, sending a text message, and then just check things going on with your farming versus physically being there. So,
and the high-tech stuff is the future, so
definitely
like that.
Definitely.
All right, so like, what kind of feedback have you gotten? Any positive, negative?
Yeah, you know, with things like this, you get positive and negative, but for the most part, I think it's been pretty positive. In the farming market, there's currently around roughly 1.6 million farmers, and currently using iCow, there are 1,500 using it. So I think that's a pretty good number, and it's pretty positive.
These are all in Kenya, right?
Yeah, definitely. All in Kenya, and all these farmers, you know, use it. And I actually have an email here from Tao. He actually wrote to me and said, my cow now produces 31 liters of milk versus 15 liters of milk. You know, and that's a really,
that's
you know,
a big
it's
deal.
like twice the cow.
That's
like
double, yeah.
It's like having another cow without having a cow.
Yeah, that's a big deal. That's cool. All right, cool. And so how do people use? Well, I guess so. It's a smartphone app. So how common are phones out there? Like, I can't imagine there'd be all that many people who would have phones and be able to use it.
Yeah, well, the population in Kenya currently is 46 million people, and surprisingly, 30 million people have access to a mobile phone out there.
That's more than I would have expected.
Right, so, you know, it's a pretty big number, and once again, if you have a mobile phone, if you have internet, you know, you have access to iCow. So, you know, that's just 30 million people that have access to the app.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's a really positive thing for me.
Yeah, it's valuable. Cool. All right, and so, like, what kind of difficulties did you have when you were founding iCow and trying to get the app in production and use?
Difficulties. Early on, you know, when I first started doing the iCow thing, a few problems I came with financially, but one of the biggest problems were people weren't too keen on the idea that it was all based on technology. You know, they kind of would rather deal with a face-to-face type of thing.
Yeah,
where,
that's
you
what
know,
they're used to.
Right, they're used to that. But like once one person used the app, and we got good reviews on the app, it went to the next, and then
you
this
build
person
trust.
trained.
And
Exactly,
then,
you build trust,
and then it just snowballs and gets bigger
right,
and bigger.
absolutely. But for the most part, it was the most difficult part was getting people to believe that this was really a key component and can really help enhance farming.
Right, and get them to trust you. Yeah, that
Absolutely.
makes sense. And so, what about the business model? Is iCow, is it profitable, or is it more designed just to be altruistic and help get the information out there?
I actually get this question a lot. But for me, iCow was honestly there to give information. Because growing up as a young farmer, I didn't have the information that I have now, which is why, early on I didn't have as success with farming as I do now. And, this strenuously is to get information out to farmers. With information, you can do whatever you want. The sky's the limit with information. So if you have the information on this stuff, there's no reason why you can't pursue.
Yeah, there's no limits.
Right, there's no limits to it. So, it's strenuously on, information for people. I want to make this to benefit other people. But as it goes, every business has to make its money.
Yeah, if you want to keep helping people.
Right. So, for every text message that goes out or comes in through iCow, there's a small fee that keeps our business going afloat. But for the most part, it's definitely, for me to get the information out there to other people.
Okay, cool. Well, that's all the questions I have for you today. But
Thanks.
Yeah, it was nice to have you on.
Thank you.
Thank you for tuning in.